Hi everyone. In this video, we'll take a bird's eye view on blended learning, what it is, what it isn't, and some ways to get started. But what is blended learning, you may ask, and how do you implement this kind of design in your classroom? Let's look at some basics. There have been many terms bandied about today: blended learning, flipped classroom, hybrid learning. What exactly is blended learning? Well, our definition of blended learning is this. Blended learning is the integration of complementary face-to-face and online approaches to learning, producing something more powerful than a solely face-to-face or online experience. Now that's a very powerful idea, that the combination of face-to-face and online activities, when sequenced appropriately, can create something really special. That's what we're striving for, to find the best of face-to-face and online and blend them in such a way that it creates a very special learning environment. But let's also look at what blended learning isn't. Blended learning isn't about teacher replacement. We don't want to replace teachers. We want to empower them to free up time so they can teach what they want to teach the way they want to teach it. It's also not only for the tech savvy. Anyone can build a blended environment. We can help you find the right tools, the right technologies, and the right tutorials to make this a powerful and instructional environment. It's not a way to cover more material. The time that you free up should allow for different types of activities, assessments, and feedback, not just more of the same. And one size definitely doesn't fit all. The blend should be tailored to your content area, your particular teaching style, class size, and anything else that you think is important for your class. How do we make this work for your class? Here are 5 considerations to think about when blending your classroom. Consideration number 1, backward design. What does that mean exactly? Well, you should always think about your goals and objectives first. What do you want your students to know? What do you want your students to be able to do? If we can start with your goals first, it becomes easier to envision what successful outcomes would be. With a successful outcome envisioned, it becomes easier to build assessments that can measure for that outcome. It then becomes easier to plan the activities for the class. Then lastly, we can think about what tools and technologies could be most effective. Consideration number 2, look at the strengths and limitations of both online and face-to-face learning. What could be done really well using online tools? We choose to look at this through the 6 lenses of participation, pacing, personalization, place, personal interaction, and preparation. What are the strengths of online tools and technologies? Where does it make things easier for you? Where can it handle repetitive tasks? Where can things be more automated? And also, consider some of the limitations of teaching face-to-face through those same 6 lenses. Where are you now limited? Can using technology help allow to get more out of your face-to-face class time? Consideration number 3, strive to construct a student-centered environment where students take more responsibility for their own learning. In order to create that student-centered environment, the class should be active. Students passively listening to your lecture may enable them to sit back and not take an active role in their own learning. It should also be personalized and responsive to student needs. Experiment with collaborative assignments and make sure that students feel safe so they can risk, share, and learn from each other. Consideration number 4, assessment. We should think about new ways to assess our students. Polling, online quizzes, surveys. We have myriad ways to deliver responsive, real-time feedback. Technology has enabled us to rethink who, when, where, and why we assess our students. And consideration number 5, tools and technologies. We can help find the best tools and technologies out there that can help you create the blended class of your dreams. Some criteria: they should be easy to use. They should be secure. They should be supportable, either by Columbia or a reliable company. They should run in the background and never get in the way of the teaching and learning. And of course, they should be congruent with your course goals. So, to recap, 5 considerations for blended learning. Backward design. Always think about your goals and objectives first. Strengths and limitations. Figure out what is best done online and what is best done face-to-face. Student-centered. Allow your students to become participants of their own learning. Reimagine assessment. And finally, find the best tools and technologies to create the blend that you want to create. Please contact us. We're just an email away.